Hey, it's Emily here from Phoenix Gateway, here to do a weekly read for the 8th to the 14th of April. And using my Sacred Geometry Healing cards, feeling very deep in contemplation today. It's actually Sunday the 7th at the moment. And we are, the solar eclipse we have tomorrow at, I don't know, I think there's a combination of reasons to why I feel like I do, and I know I'm not the only one, and I just feel very, very deep in contemplation, very, very deep in where is, our life, where is life going? What is it that we're here to expect? And because of the amount of fear-mongering that is going on in our world, and because of a lot of factors that have occurred over the last few years, there's been major changes going on. And not only that, we're seeing a lot of information coming to the forefront, a lot of truths being exposed. And for some, that is very, very difficult as well to take on what is being said, what is going on. And I am absolutely sweating. As soon as I start to do anything that's going to become energetic, I start to sweat. So, what I really wanted to say in a nutshell is that rather than going and looking what is going on the outer world, it's really important that we go into the inner world, because it's the inner world we can control. It's the inner world that we can change. And this is where as above, so below comes in. When we create the significant changes within ourselves, that is what we then can share for others on an external level. It's for others that will be able to, will start to align and be drawn in to your frequency. And I think that's really, really important. Oh, I'm going to pick up that card, because what I feel we're being told is the importance of creating the inner joy within our own world, within ourselves. What is it that sparks your fire? What is it that makes your heart sing? What is it that you truly want to do, but you talk yourself out of doing because you will find every excuse in the book not to be able to do it, where in actual fact, we can make manifest anything that we truly desire. When you want something enough, you will make it happen. And it's amazing how the power of manifestation can actually work. So really what I feel this reading is going to become about is we have to stop putting our energy into what is going on around us. Yes, to some of it, it's important to acknowledge, but it's then going within ourselves. We can't take on a large scale those darker forces. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to find your inner joy. They want to control you. But we aren't here to be controlled. We didn't come here into this physical body to experience life on earth to be fully controlled. It's about finding that sovereign aspect of who you are. It's understanding that your soul, your higher self is, it's so intelligent and so knowledgeable and full of wisdom that when we allow ourselves to go within, I just looked at the time, it was 4:32, so universal frequency, but when we allow ourselves to take the time to go within, what you can unlock will blow your mind. And it will assist you on your journey right now. Everything in our lives happens for us, not to us. And I think that's really, really important to understand, because it's each one of these factors that says you needed to experience this so that you can get to the next level. Give you an example. My husband died 20 years ago. He unlocked a door for me. I always would say I was the diamond and gold girl. Why? I had blinkers on. I knew only my creature comforts, and a mum of 4 children. Don't get me wrong. Not lapping up in luxury. It wasn't what I meant, but I was comfortable and I had what I needed. That was the most important thing. But I didn't know anything other than what I could see within my peripheral vision. When he got sick, he really started to show me that there are other, aspects to life than what we just know, even on the medical front. I have my own opinions on what I think of pharmaceuticals and pharmaceutical companies, but what he showed me, there are alternatives. So we're not just stuck into believing that this is one and the only way to do something. There are other ways in which we can create our heaven on earth. There are other ways in which we can create our healing. When God, as above, so below, what you see as God, consciousness is God consciousness within us. But when the Creator Source decided to create this world, everything we needed to survive was already put on this planet. Everything. We, as the humans, came onto this planet, and through greed and lust and power and whatever it might be, created things like putting our music out of tone, putting things into our food that are poisonous, spraying in the air, which is still going on today, the chemtrails. We have created this illness ourselves, so it's up to us. We can't rely on other people to go, hey, we'll fix you, don't you worry, you can trust us. The only person you can fully trust is you, yourself, your intuition, and you really need to listen to that. I'm going to take these cards because they've all fallen out. So, where do I start? I feel like I need to start with the Phoenix. The Phoenix energy, it's about take hold. It's about inevitable change. The Phoenix is the representation of birth, death, rebirth. The Phoenix is the Ouroboros. The Phoenix is Osiris. It's about bringing forth that fertility into our lands, the greener pastures. It's that knowing that, it's this time more than ever. We're going to be going through a total solar eclipse tomorrow. What we're going to see is an aspect, or it's not everywhere, but it's going to create darkness. We all have that aspect of darkness within ourselves. It's duality. You must have dark to create light, and you must have light to create dark. So darkness will always exist. But it's how we then use that darkness for the greater good, okay? And it's all a part of our genetic makeup. It's all part of life on every level. And the Phoenix is here to remind us that when we allow ourselves to let go of what no longer serves us, when we let go of a past that has caused us pain, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual damage, we go, fuck it. It's time. Let it go. We can't hold on to it. We can't hold on to emotions, energy and flow, the emotion of angers and sorrow, and live that on a daily basis. We have to rise above. Because if we don't, we're going to get stuck in that reality. And I will put my hand up and say, I do not want to be stuck in this reality. It is not who I am. I didn't come here for that. I've come here to learn. And I too have to let go. Don't get me wrong. I am forever having to let go of things that are a part of my life that are, so close because of my children or family members. And it's painful, But you know what? That is their journey. This is our journey. We have to consider, we have to look at our journey. Look how far you've come in your lifetime. What is it that you need to change to express, to be able to create that full expression of yourself and transcend the shit, and transmute a lot of it as well. All right. So we are going through, and it's a 9. 9 is all about endings, and we're going to go back into the beginnings, inevitable change. We can do this by working with the ancient sound frequencies, and this card is the representation of the solfeggio frequencies. These are the purest of tones that we can work with, okay? It is all about recalibrating and rebalancing our energy, our frequency, and our vibration. So I highly recommend that you listen to music or sounds, tones, meditate with them, because these pure tones, they will penetrate every cell of your being. They will assist you as you are able to go forth and expand in energy. And for me, as soon as I see this card, my second home, my passion, my love is Egypt. And it is based, ancient sound frequencies is based a lot on Egypt. And I'm actually going back next month because I have listened to my soul and to my higher heart, and there is something for me there that I need to go back to. There's something that is a part of my growth and my initiation, and I cannot wait. And I just thought, when I started talking at the beginning of this and saying how we talk ourselves out of doing things, I told myself every single way of, the reason why I shouldn't go back, to the point where I just went, you know what? No, I need to honor who I am. And at this point, this is what I truly need to do. I'd also like to point out that I didn't realize when I read the next card, but you've gone from a 9 to a 1. So from endings to new beginnings, okay? And that new beginnings is also an aspect of our leadership, and our roles that we're here to partake in. There are when we look at the solfeggio frequencies as well, what's so beautiful about it is the aspect of the 369, and that is in play within that particular, in those particular sound frequencies. And you'll also see between each solfeggio frequency, they each go up by the number 111. Very significant, and not something I'm going to go into right now here. Okay. As we are going through these changes, be very mindful of your energy. This is vitality. And I have to say, in terms of the vitality energizing your whole being, more so than ever these past couple of weeks, I have found leading up to, and it will be, surrounding to what's going on tomorrow with the eclipse, the energies have been huge. And one of the ways we know this is also happening is because Mother Earth is feeling it. Whether there is some aspect of it being deliberate in areas, and whether or not that is just natural disasters, Mother Earth, Gaia, Ea, is also, experiencing these changes that we are going through. So this more than ever is telling you to be very mindful of your energy. Look after you on a very, very big level. Whether it, this particular shape, the rhombic dodecahedron, is the shape of a garnet crystal. So garnets is all about your life force. You could carry a garnet crystal if you wanted to at this point in time as well. But just as you are feeling these energies, be gentle, drink lots of water, make sure the food, what I find is so often when I start to feel like this, I want to eat because I feel like I need to ground myself. I get so pixelated. It is the weirdest feeling. For some I know feel really sick. I was talking to a girlfriend the other day who was telling me that she couldn't even walk in a straight line. And what was interesting was after she had told me, you know, when you went and looked, I looked some things up and there had been a number of earthquakes. There was actually up to 7 earthquakes at that point when she was feeling it. So being very empathic, very in tune with the energy, you know, when you're in flow, you can feel a lot of things. Maybe you know, meditation would be good. Just maybe having fresh juices would be very helpful. Go and walk on your grass if you've got grass, or go to a park, go for a swim in the water. Do whatever it needs to make yourself feel better and look after yourself energetically. Cloak yourself if you need. Work with crystals such as jet, you know, tourmaline, bronzite, pyrite, crystals like that can help with deflecting and as well as protecting and insulating you. And what else on this card? Yeah, just you know, I'm looking at, there's like an octahedron when you see it, when you look at the rhombic dodecahedron, and I actually want to say, when I look at this, be really looking after your heart. I just keep look after your heart. That can be on a number of different levels. It's just making sure that, you know, if it's on a physical level, that everything is okay there. If you're worried, get yourself checked. The other thing I would say is it may be more on an emotional level, and it's, you know, the sadness, the grief, that broken heart feeling. Just look after you and nourish every aspect of yourself. The inner child, now more than ever as well, is the inner child. This is on 2 levels. It's telling us that, you know, with the energies that have been so heavy, and there, you know, there seems to be a lot of, there's been more darkness and that deep feelings of, you know, maybe fear and fear-mongering and just you feeling overwhelmed. One of the best ways we can actually, I think this is more what it's about right now, one of the best ways we can actually deal with ourselves is to go within the inner child. And the inner child is all about the innocence, and it's all about the play. Maybe this is the time to get out a coloring in book, grab yourself some pencils and color in. You know, it's like, I don't want to adult today. I just need to have time out. Watch yourself some beautiful fairy tale movies. Go outside, build a sandcastle, go to a park, go on a swing, go for a walk, you know, around the park, and maybe, you know, play games with yourself of looking for certain leaves or, you know, little insects, or it doesn't matter what it might be, but go into that child's play. Catch up with your friends. Go and have a good laugh. There are so many things that you can do at this point in time. I want one more card just to even up the numbers. Oh, it's given me 2. And the bottom of the deck is the owl. I love this. This is my mum. Okay, perfect. The card is surrender. Need I say more? I think it's this is the netting of the 4th dimensional hypercube, and what it does is there's 8 particular cubes, right? That is the netting state, and I think it works out to 216 ways in which you can place these. 2 + 1 + 6 is a 9. So when we surrender, what we are actually doing is allowing ourselves to open up a myriad of doorways to say, there are so many other routes you can take. You don't have to stay on the same path as you are right now. And that as well is a new beginning. And it's interesting, you've got the card here, which is the angel sound frequencies, which is a 1, and you've got surrender, which is 46, which becomes a 1 as well because it's a 10. F4 is all about stability and our foundations, and 6 is all about family. It's about love. All right. And the card again that came with it, I'm going to take it, is all about reconnection of self. So it goes back to what I started with. It is all about you. It's all about the inner work that you are doing with yourself. It's working on that relationship, that everything about you is understanding that you are enough. The new moon in Aries, go deep, deep in within yourself. Work on you. Work on understanding that you are loved. You are enough. You are worthy. And you have everything you need already within yourself. You are never alone, okay? So on that note, the 6, the 3, the 9, and the bottom of the deck, being wisdom, being the owl, being guidance. And when I created this deck, my mum passed away in 2007, and she's my owl of wisdom. Okay, and what is so beautiful about the owl is the owl will help you go from darkness to light. The owl will help you find the light. Maybe it is that you find an owl, you see an owl, and that is one of your signs. I'm going to finish it there and just say, be so gentle on yourself. Have a beautiful week, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye for now.